Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9, where every local story starts here. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. Well, an arrest in a Lexington shootout and a former Scott County Coroner gets his final day in court. But first, in our lead story of the day, you're used to seeing us here on the weekdays, but this past Saturday, you probably saw us down at the 2022 Millstone Festival. Myself and Michael Watkins were there during the first few hours of the festival to both tell you about everything that was going on and to speak with some local leaders to get an idea of what's in store for the future of Richmond. With a quick recap of the Millstone Festival, here's WBON TV's Gage Hill.
Hundreds descended upon historic downtown Richmond this past Saturday to enjoy the second annual Millstone Festival. The all-day event had a little bit of everything, including on-site food and drinks, live music, a car show, and well over 100 vendors with various items for sale. WBON was also at the Millstone Festival, broadcasting live from the steps of the Madison County Courthouse. Michael Watkins and Gwendolyn Morton gave viewers an up-close look at the early hours of the festival and even had several guests on to share their thoughts on the event. City Manager Rob Meinrich spoke about the memories that he associates with time spent at local festivals.
Pieces I have in my office that are my favorites.
Yes.
I've purchased at festivals or little towns or events like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at those and they're memories there. It's
Yeah.
like, oh man, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
City Commissioner Ed McDaniel was also at the festival. McDaniel, who was one of the city commissioners when the Millstone Park was unveiled, tells WBON that the festival is the successful result of years of planning.
This has been our goal for the last 4 years, is to get Richmond where we're having festivals like this and everybody, the quality of life is improving and everybody's doing well and having fun. And this is what it's all about, because you see the people walking, and I've spoken to a lot of them and they love it.
Amid all the excitement, there was a ceremonial time capsule event that took place at Millstone Park. The capsule was filled with items that hold significance to the Richmond community before being buried and covered with a millstone marker. If the response to this year's festival is any indication, it seems that the city of Richmond is only going to get better in the coming years. For WBON Channel 9, I'm Gage Hill.
Thanks, Gage, for that story. WBON TV would like to congratulate the City of Richmond and the Richmond Parks and Rec for a very, very successful Millstone Festival. Looking forward to many, many more years of that festival. Well, in the early morning hours today, the Richmond Police Department was dispatched to Gibson Lane in reference to a domestic violence call. Upon arrival, police report speaking to the victim, who stated that she and 53-year-old John Tong had been in an active relationship and living in the same residence since June of 2022. She further reported that her and Tong had been arguing after going to bed together, where she accidentally pulled the covers off of Tong, causing him to become allegedly irate. She continued to state that Tong allegedly grabbed her by the forearm and then began pushing her chest into the bed, causing her pain. She then stated she escaped to the kitchen to call police. That's when Tong allegedly grabbed a knife and threatened to cut the victim's throat. Upon contact with Tong, police report that he admitted to arguing with the victim and becoming angry when she pulled the covers off of him, but denied any involvement with the knife. Police arrested Tong, and according to reports, he then stated, "Well, now that she lied to me, I'm really gonna do something to her now." Tong was transported to the Madison County Detention Center on charges of terroristic threatening and assault, 4th degree. Well, Lexington Police made an arrest at a shooting that happened this past weekend. According to Lexington PD, police in the Entertainment District reported hearing gunfire around 1:45 Sunday morning. There allegedly was a shootout near 5th Third Pavilion on Cheapside Street. Upon arriving on scene, police found one male victim suffering from a gunshot wound. The victim was quickly taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries injuries. Also found on scene was 28-year-old Adrian Black Jr., who was subsequently arrested and charged with 2 counts of wanton endangerment first degree and 1 count of assault first degree. If you have any additional information, you're asked to contact the Lexington Police Department at 859-258-3600. And for anonymous tips, you can always go to the Bluegrass Crime Stoppers, 859-253-2020. Well, the Waco Fire Department wants to remind you, don't miss the season finale Friday, October 7th and Saturday, October the 8th at 7 p.m. both nights. It's going to be a huge night for the Madison County Fairgrounds in Richmond. The Waco Volunteer Fire Department and the Battle of the Bluegrass Pullers will be vying for the championship title. 2 jam-packed nights of horsepower with the light limited super stocks, Outlaw Super Stocks, 8,500 Limited Pro Stocks, Street Diesel Trucks, 2.5 Diesel Trucks, 3.0 Diesel Trucks, and Super Stock 2-wheel drives and semis. Admission for the event is just $15 per person, and of course children 12 and under get in free for that event. Well, we've officially turned the calendar over to October, and that means the fall season is here, and hard to believe Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Richmond Teen Center is asking for your help getting together some donations for Thanksgiving baskets for the teens. They're accepting donations for Thanksgiving dinner baskets. Items that are needed are turkeys, canned green beans, mashed potatoes, canned corn, canned peas, any kind of pies or desserts, gravy, rolls, stuffing, cranberry sauce. You can drop off these items at the Parks office. That's located at 345 Lancaster Avenue, 345 Lancaster Avenue. They are open and taking donations Monday through Friday from 8 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. If you have any questions, you can call 859-623-8753, or you can email parksandrec@richmond.ky.us. Well, another round of sentencing for the former Scott County Coroner, John Goebel. Goebel was recently sentenced to 12 months house arrest, followed by a probation and $10,000 fine for his role in stealing firearms from the Kentucky State Police. Goebel resigned earlier this year from his post as county coroner and has since admitted to assisting troopers store guns and ammunition that belonged to the Kentucky State Police. Today, Goebel received another 5 years of probation for perjury related to the KSP case. Goebel's lack of a criminal history, as well as his failing health, led to no time behind bars. Well, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and to raise awareness, Hope's Wings will have several events planned, including one that happened this morning in Berea. Beginning at 11, leaders from Berea and Richmond and the community joined together to read the official proclamation of Domestic Violence Awareness Month in Madison County. Hope's Wings Executive Director Jennifer Lanehart invited the public to sign the declaration. The organization also placed 68 purple flags in front of the courthouse in memory of Kentuckians who lost their lives to domestic violence in 2022. And with that, we're going to take a very quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got sports. It was a big sports weekend, big football weekend here, and we still got weather and lots more news coming up right after this.
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Man Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
Fayette County Corrections is seeking employees who want to work now, and they are ready and willing to help you get started today.
When you first come here, you'll be with me for 5 weeks, and we will teach you the book work, which consists of PowerPoints, some physical activity.
Working at the Fayette Corrections Facility is a job you can be proud of.
When I leave at home, I would tell my kids that, hey, I'm going to work to keep the bad guys in so you all be safe on the outside.
Apply today at lexingtonky.gov/correctionsjobs.
You may think the only way to pay for a nursing home is to spend down your life savings or sell your home. Elder Law Lexington can protect your home and life savings through a comprehensive plan so you can qualify for Medicaid. When there's a plan in place, you can rest assured knowing your estate is handled and your family is covered. Give them a call at 888-4-ELDER-LAW or go to elderlawlexington.com. Their Berea office is now open for your convenience.
Do you have dripping registers like this? Drywall issues like this? High humidity can cause a very uncomfortable and sometimes damaging environment. It doesn't matter the age of your system. Improper installation and sizing are the failure. Here at Madison HVAC, we look at your home as a complete system, not just the pieces of equipment attached to your house. Give us a call today at 859-625-1471 so we can provide your solution. And remember, we fix that too.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond.
We can't wait to see you.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. A really beautiful weekend that we had right here in the Bluegrass for the first weekend of October. Some nice cool temperatures out there. We've got meteorologist Susie Martin in the Weather Center to let us know what we can expect for the rest of this week.
Thank you so much, Gwendolyn. As we take a look at the past 5 days, we've certainly been on a roller coaster ride where last Wednesday we were below the average and then we warmed up and then another cold front came in. Today we've warmed up quite a bit, but we do have dry fall air in place, and this is going to be a very dominant feature as we go forward. We do have gradually warming conditions and then a cold front arriving by our Friday time frame. Now, as we look at tonight, we do anticipate generally very quiet conditions, mostly clear skies, and a minimal threat of rainfall, but cold as we get down into the upper 30s, in fact, in some cases. As we look at our precipitation threats, minimal threats of rain, as we do have an extended period of very dry conditions thanks to an area of high pressure that's still going to be locked in place, and dry air will make it difficult for any precipitation to develop, even as we're tracking another cold front that will arrive later in the week. Planning on some more patchy frost this into the morning. We do have Danville down to 38 degrees, Winchester upper 30s as well, and even Boonville down to 37 degrees. So we're going to feel the chill, and our high temperatures tomorrow warming up yet again into the upper 60s and lower 70s range. Irvine up to 70 degrees, Lancaster at 70, and as you can see, widespread sunshine across the region. Our temperatures are running below the average by about 4 degrees, 4 or 5 degrees are those highs. And as we look at our Wednesday outlook, note that we'll be bumping up the temperatures a bit more into the mid 70s. So let's walk you through the forecast as we check out our 7-day outlook. Again, wall-to-wall sunshine throughout the course of the week, warming to near 80 degrees by Thursday, pulling out of that frost zone as overnight lows will be nearing that 50-degree mark. But then fall hits again as we get another strong cold front in here later in the week. We're back to freeze and frost concerns for the later part of the week into the weekend, with sunshine persisting. No precipitation for now. Back to you, Gwendolyn.
Thanks, Susie. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, a vehicle shootout this past weekend has Lexington police officers looking for suspects who were attending a gentleman's club Saturday. At about 3 a.m. on Sunday morning, police were patrolling the area around the Cheetah's Gentleman Club on East New Circle Road when shots were fired. Upon arriving at the scene, the suspects had already fled after allegedly having a shootout from their vehicles. There were no injuries reported on scene, and police found one vehicle with multiple bullet holes. If you have any information on the situation, you're asked to contact the Lexington Police Department at 859-258-3600. Anonymous tips again could go to the Bluegrass Crime Stoppers, 859-253-2020. Well, according to a Facebook post from the Madison County Fire Department, October begins the fall fire season. The Madison County Fire Department asks everyone to please obey the regulations set forth by the Kentucky Revised Statute. It's only appropriate now to burn between the hours of 6 p.m. and 6 a.m., and that is going to go all the way from now all the way to December the 15th. If you live in Madison County, you're asked to please let them know anytime you plan to burn. You're asked to contact the Madison County Emergency Communications Center. The appropriate contact number is 859-624-4776. Thank you from the Madison County Fire Department that hopes everyone has a safe and happy fall season. We've got some regulations on our website that you can take a look at. Things that you can burn, you cannot burn. No burning between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. because of dry conditions. It is okay to burn at night during rain and, of course, overnight. No burning before 6 p.m. And this is going to last until December the 15th. So keep those dates in mind. If you're looking for something for the kiddos to do, it is time to fall into reading. According to the Berea Parks and Recreation, there's going to be a little contest there. Starting today, it's how many books they can read between now and December the 19th. Kindergarten through 5th grade, a winner in each group for reading the most books. Also a grand prize for the overall most books read, and each child will get a free book during that little contest. Great thing there for the kids. Well, Friday, Baptist Health Richmond kicked off the 14th annual Paint the Town Pink in a campaign to raise awareness of breast cancer in Madison County. Baptist Health Richmond also will be relocating and expanding cancer care services to the area. Many community events are scheduled to raise awareness for prevention, early detection and diagnosis of breast cancer throughout October. 100% of all proceeds raised will stay in Madison County to support cancer care. Well, it's going to be a very busy weekend for candidates in the Clark County area. Tonight, a forum made up of the county candidates for judge executive, magistrate, county clerk, jailer, PDA, and constable will start at 6 p.m. at the Clark County Extension Office. And then on Thursday, October the 6th, candidates for the Winchester Mayor, the Winchester City Commissions, the State Senate 28th District, State Representative 73rd District, and the U.S. Senator Representative 6th District will start at 6 p.m. at the Clark County Extension Office, and that is located at 1400 Fortune Drive in Winchester. With that, we're going to take a very quick break. It was a big weekend right here for football. One of our teams got their first loss of the season, unfortunately, but we've got all the details on that with Michael Watkins coming up next.
At Fast Flow Plumbing, you aren't sending your money to Texas and Florida to the big corporate plumbing companies. We're local, and that allows us to invest in the latest technologies like Permaliner for no-dig sewer replacements, which we warranty for 20 years. Fast Flow is the future of plumbing. Don't destroy your landscaping and finished basement because a plumber tells you he has to replace your sewer. Keep your home beautiful. Call a local pro at Fast Flow.
Choose Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital for your health care. Consider having your preventative care such as a CT lung screening, a mammogram, or a colonoscopy at Markham and Wallace Hospital. you can feel safe to come to the hospital campus. Following CDC guidelines, our care team is doing everything possible to ensure your safety and well-being. For more information about Markham and Wallace Hospital, call 606-723-2115 or visit mercy.com.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
If you love Western movies and shows, if you love the stories about the men and women who won the West,
then tune in on Saturday nights at 8 p.m.
right here on Richmond's very own
WBON Channel 9.
Brought to you by Man Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram on the bypass in Richmond.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your hosts Samantha Burford and Michael Watkins as they break down, recap, and preview sports news in our area. Each Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON TV Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, the law office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Madison Central lost their very first time for the season, while Madison Southern and EKU football both earned some big wins at home. With a recap of those games and what to expect on the sports show tonight, here's Michael Watkins.
Number 25 ranked EKU football went to 2-0 at home with a 35-28 win on Saturday at CG Bank Field and Roy Kidd Stadium. Parker McKinney ran for 3 scores and set another pair of program records in front of over 14,000 Colonel fans, adding to his legendary resume, including the career passing yards mark. The game was back and forth, and Southern Utah tied the score for the 4th time in the game on the first play of the 4th quarter. The Thunderbirds quickly got the ball back, but after marching it down the field, missed a field goal that would have given them their first lead of the game. The Colonels would follow that up with their longest drive of the night that was capped off by a Braden Sloan 27-yard touchdown run with just over 6 minutes left that would go on to be the game-winning score. McKinney was 21 of 26 through the air for 331 yards and 1 touchdown passing. He also ran for 3 scores. Sloan totaled 156 scrimmage yards and a pair of touchdowns in the game, while Dak Allen got a team-high 87 yards on 4 catches before leaving the game with a scary knee injury. Eli Hairston led the Colonel defense with 9 tackles on the night, while Joseph Sales and Chase Lassiter each tallied up 8 stops. Sales led the unit with 2 tackles for loss as well. EKU will be off next weekend, but will return home for a game against Sam Houston State on October 15th at 6 p.m. And then on the following Saturday, the Colonels will be back at home for Homecoming Saturday. Well, on Friday night, our local high school teams took center stage with Madison Southern picking up a big district win by shutting out East Jessamine 48-0. Jackson Chambers made his first start as the quarterback for the Eagles and went 7 of 8 through the air for 92 yards. As a team, Southern ran for almost 400 yards, with Cade Sullivan going for 83, Juan Rodriguez for 80, and Jay-Sean Etheridge for 67. And those 3 guys combined for 5 touchdowns on the ground as well. Stephen Whitehead made his return to the field after missing about a month with a neck injury to lead the team in tackles, and he too ran in a score on offense. Southern will be back on the road this Friday, seeking some revenge against one of the top teams in Class 5A, Woodford County. And Madison Central suffered defeat for the first time this season on Friday in a 50-14 loss on the road to Pikeville. The Indians were once again without Brady Hensley, who hasn't touched the ball since the second game of the season, and they were also without the services of star wide receiver Jaden West, who was out with a one-game suspension. The Indians could only muster up 248 yards of total offense and only 47 through the air, and they'll hope to have everyone available this Friday when they host Oldham County in the first district game of the season. For a complete recap of all of these games and so much more from over the weekend and a preview of the district tournament for soccer that begins tonight at Madison Central High School, we'll have all those details for you tonight from 6 to 7 p.m. on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Watch it live here on WBON TV. For WBON TV Sports, I'm Michael Watkins.
Thanks, Michael. Looks like a lot of good information there. And of course, we've got the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show tonight, so make sure you're marking your calendar for that. We're going to take another quick break. We've got lots more news coming up right here on Live at 5.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Looking for some fun? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Grill has you covered every Tuesday starting at 7 with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Support local and get your vehicle running at its peak performance with CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff specialize in diesel performance and repair that will service any vehicle, big or small, with oil changes, brakes, tires, alignments, and more. Broke down and need a tow? Well, call CT Diesel at 859-699-8712. Like them on Facebook to enter a weekly drawing for a free oil change. CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond.
It's the common thread that ties us together, making life better for everyone. At CVNB, that means better banking, better accounts and lending, better experiences, better schools and better communities. Better. It's what ties us together. CVNB. Bank better.
Being prepared for various types of disasters is one of the best ways to ensure the safety of your family, friends, and community. The Madison County Emergency Management Agency and the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program is here and ready to support community emergency response. For how to be prepared, make emergency kits, know your zone, and shelter-in-place information, contact EMA CSEP at 624-4787 or visit madisoncountyky.us/EMA. Madison County EMA CSEP, your partner in preparedness.
Thanks so much for joining us today on Live at 5. We've got plenty more programming. Don't go anywhere. Up next, we've got the Daily Flash. And if you didn't get enough sports news, and whoever gets enough sports news, of course, we have the very own Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show coming up right here at 6 p.m. I hear that Madison Middle football team might be making an appearance on that show tonight. They had a big win over the weekend. We're going to have Samantha and Michael and Dawson, and they're going to talk all things sports related. Just join them at 6 p.m. right here on WBON Channel 9. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you right back here tomorrow live at 5.